Harley than
gentlemen.
Sarah.
Yeah. She is our first customer, April
Right,
9th, 2011.
right.
2011? Yeah. Ladies and gentlemen, where's our microphone?
We know
Right, we're gonna have to go old
Maybe we
school.
should go this way so they can hear us.
You gotta
You
bring
just
it
gotta-
closer.
Or you gotta shout loud.
Just gotta shout.
Because you need some good audio there.
You gotta
Just-
yell, Ren.
All right, there
And
you
we're
go.
gonna-
Get in here.
we're gonna
Squeeze in.
sit close.
There we go.
All right,
All right.
so
now we
got Ren Jones here.
now we've got
Legend.
audio.
He's the founder
Where's your
of Vulcan 7.
See his tie. See his
Mai Tai.
yeah, and he had a couple of Mai Tais too.
Yeah, there's a modern day tie. All right, let's
so-
get in.
My brother's a fan of you, Ren. He's been using Vulcan 7. We started lead genning when we started the business in 2009, and we used to look up the numbers in hand dial.
Yeah.
And I think about 2013, we actually subscribed to Vulcan, and it's been our favorite service by far. And this guy's been watching all your videos, and he just loves
All the videos.
Good.
all the videos.
I'm
He
like,
loves
that
what you
guy's
do.
a legend. That guy's
Well,
a
the good
legend.
news is none of it's me, as you see. It's all those people doing it. We're just document that.
Yeah,
You just document.
I have no original ideas.
none.
I promise.
So
They are not.
how long?
Just best practices.
How long ago did you start Vulcan 7?
April 9th, 2011 was our first customer. That was Sarah Close, who does our season highlights. She's still
Sarah!
Yep.
Hey,
We gotta get Sarah on a podcast too.
Yeah, she's here.
She's here right now.
Yeah.
So
she
what
is. She's
made
here.
you decide to start that product? Like, what was the idea?
I
behind
ran a team for 16 years.
Your
150 Yeah, for selling 150 to 180 homes a year in Virginia for many years.
Yeah.
And every year it got a little harder to get a phone number.
Yeah.
And I went on the internet, opened up several tabs, a lot of websites. I could find 90% of the phone numbers. And I'm like, I can automate that. I'll sell it to teams for $5.99 a month.
Wow.
So
And then you
you
just
it took 6 years to build that up.
And you stopped selling in that process?
No, I'm not really doing any now. We did have a team up until a year ago and owned half a team and sold that. So right now I'm not selling.
Wow.
So right now you just pretty much run the Vulcan 7. So best tips and practices for calling expired listings and for sale by owners.
The best tips, consistency,
I love it.
lead, follow-up.
Lead follow up.
My brother didn't
That's an
follow
inside
up with
joke.
you.
That's an inside joke, folks.
Ren's giving us a hard time.
That's
'cause
an
we didn't
inside
follow up with. We didn't follow up with him.
We didn't follow up with him. We saw him, we caught him, and we said, sit down. We got to talk to you right now.
right
Yeah.
now.
Text. Now we don't offer text on purpose, but that's to your advantage. If we had text, they'd all get 32 texts every morning.
We don't follow up, Ren. We close.
There we go.
You're here right now.
There we go.
So
Never wear a tie. Any other? There we go.
Do you think text is a huge advantage, or people can take advantage of it? As opposed
I
to
think
making
you
calls?
have to use it very selectively, very carefully.
You can't over abuse it.
Yeah, and you have to be real. Yeah, you got to be selective.
So you gotta
but
still-
it's good.
Bread and butter is be consistent. Call every single day.
Be early.
What time? How early?
Right. Well, okay. So here's the thing. I like people are like, well, I don't want to call before 8:30 or 9 or whatever,
Yeah.
because it's too early. I go, which is better? To call them and they go, isn't this a little early? Or to call, shout at you and say, you're the 17th call. So which is better? They're a little irritated, but they're open.
I learned that from you, Ren, because you said,
I'm answering you with a question,
well, I'm telling you what I
I
learned.
notice I'm answering with a question. Yes.
You're going, you were on your show, and you're like, I called a little earlier and saw what happened. I called a little earlier, and they're like, you're the 10th guy, and you're the 4th guy, and you're the 1st. And I was like, oh, just do what Ren said.
Yeah, all right. Well, it's not what I said. I mean, none of this is what I said. This is just best practices from the people that make, on the low end, 300,000 a year, high end, typically 500,000 to $1 million.
Yeah.
Very common.
Yeah.
And then we have a few rock stars that are making 2 or 3 million, like Bernie Gallerani, John Ames, Adam Merrick, a lot of people here at Keller Williams, as well, that are making the big money
millions of
because
dollars.
they've got it down.
Let's talk about the Vulcan 7. All right?
Yeah.
All right.
How did you get it started?
One client at a time.
One client. Why did you get it started?
Why?
Yeah.
Okay. Oh, so we're now okay. So I had a team for several years, for 16 years. Most of those years selling 150 to 180 homes.
Oh, wow.
Me and 2 buyer agents and 2 assistants.
Yeah.
Listing and closing, and then 2 buyer agents myself. And So we do 150, 180 transactions. Every year got harder and harder and harder to get phone numbers.
Yeah.
And so I found that if I opened up 6 tabs for different websites, I could manually find 90% of the people.
Yeah.
And then I thought, well, I can automate that process.
How much influence? I'll tell you this. We had a team at one point. Now it's my brother and I that sell.
We net more now.
We net way more now.
Yeah.
Actually, when we had a team, our GCI went.
I know you're like an Exxon station. You're making like 3 cents a gallon.
Yeah, it took a dive.
Right, and that doesn't work. I mean, you got it's all about the net for the amount of time you spend.
I want people to sign up to the Vulcan because it'll help their business, right? But let me tell you something. When we had 10 people on our team, one of the young guys on my team, the young guys, they know everything, right? They know everything. They figure it out. And then
sometimes I act that way, but I don't really,
Yeah, they cut.
I really don't know much. But.
So we ended up with the Vulcan, which we had for 5 years. Then we got the Mojo, right?
Uh-huh.
Which is kind of a competitor? Or are you the owner of the Mojo?
No, they are great people, though. I really enjoy them.
Yep, they're great. So when we got the Mojo, I thought their back-end system is much more complex. Vulcan 7 is really easy user interface, right? So we ended up canceling the Mojo and just keeping the Vulcan.
Good.
And now we got 2 dialers. I remember when that came into play. Incredible. How'd that come about?
Oh, why we... Because there are so many people that called up and they said, can we have at least 2 of us dialing at the same time on the same database
we
or
were
at
one
different
of the people
times?
That called.
Okay, and then we were like, well, let's just include it automatically. So, and we have people that have our Vulcan 7 and they don't even realize they can have 2 logins going on the same database at the same time.
That is incredible.
No additional cost.
Yeah, that was awesome. And I mean, calling expires.
It's just the nature of the makeup of a lot of teams.
Yeah.
And for the ones that don't, they just have their assistant log in, use the CRM to track all the pendings and closings and everything else. So, they can certainly find a way to plug people into it.
And you're constantly adding stuff to it, right? Storyteller and email campaigns. How does all that come about? You're constantly working on the system.
Well, yeah. And the big trick is to just keep it user-friendly and intuitive. That's the challenge in any software.
And I mean, big buttons.
Yeah, for realtors to understand. And I mean, obviously it works calling expires and FSBOs. We had a guy on our team that started out, he was like 21 years old, and he listened to us. He used to bang the phones. He was 21. He took 19 listings his first year in real estate. Now, pricing might have been an issue, but he stayed consistent. He kept getting listings. So would you say this is the best and most economical source of business as far as...
All right, well, you heard Gary talking earlier.
Yeah, we did.
Basically, this is one of the highest paying jobs in the world if we're good at it.
Yeah.
I mean, where else can you, and he showed the charts there.
Yeah.
Where else can you make this kind of money?
Yeah. No.
For the time spent with that amount of certainty.
Yeah.
If you're certain that you're going to work if you're a self-starter and you're disciplined in your time management.
Yeah.
There's no reason. I mean, there shouldn't be a single soul in those chairs making less than a good 6-digit income.
But there's a lot of souls.
But there's a lot of souls
that are making a lot less.
Unfortunate souls making
less.
Most people don't enjoy lead generation.
Why?
Because it's and that's where the big bucks are. You ever had a relocation client?
Yeah.
Did they charge you 38 or 40%?
Yeah, and I never wanted
because they deserve that because they prospected and got the client.
Yeah, that's
so all the money is in lead generation.
So there's no floor and there's no ceiling. What would you say is the best simple script to use to start when you start out calling expires if you don't have a script?
I was calling about the home for sale.
Yep.
Is this the owner?
Yeah, this is me.
Are you still accepting offers on the property?
Oh yeah. Why? Do you have an offer for me?
Great. Well, you're right in the area where I sell a lot of real estate.
Yeah.
I just want to make sure that I can bring somebody because you're on Tulip Lane.
Yeah.
We sell a lot of property around you, and I just need to be on top of that.
Awesome.
Look, that's such a good looking home. What do you think stopped it from selling? Oh my God.
I'm not sure.
That is shocking.
I have no idea.
What do you think stopped it? I mean,
my realtor kept saying price, but I'm not reducing the price.
It looks like a pretty good value. How'd you pick the last agent you listed with?
My wife, some guy she worked with.
A friend of a friend of your wife. Okay, gosh, and on from there. So
yeah,
but notice if you're asking about the availability now, if you leave a message and you say, "Are you still accepting offers?"
They'll call you back.
Who wouldn't?
Who wouldn't if they're serious about selling?
Well, if they're not accepting offers, they won't call you back.
Yeah.
That's right.
And then you don't want them to call you back anyways because they're not accepting offers.
There you go.
All right, last tip of the day when using Vulcan 7, besides being consistent and, picking the time, being consistent, what else do you have for them? Best tips for Vulcan 7, your top producing agents. What are they doing differently with the system that nobody else is doing?
They avoid the 2 traps.
What are the 2 traps?
Okay.
Oh, I knew it.
Is that a
This is deep.
No, this is just true.
This is from the.
No, it's just true. It's just true because we watch them. They'll get, I got 2 listings this week. I got 2 more. I got 2 more. They all went under contract. Oh, I got 6 of them that all want me to show them houses immediately. I stopped looking for property. Oh, I don't have inventory left. Oh.
And then they start again.
Right, so they're like, so there's no pattern. So if they set up 2 things, assistant and somebody to handle their buyers.
Yeah.
But you got to get a couple people to handle your buyers. People that you know and trust that are really good. So you don't break your stride and continue to take those listings. And somebody that's really good pen to close. So and there's so many ways to do this, even if you're not producing that much. Yeah. There is a way to do it without breaking the bank.
Give us that way.
All right. So on the assistant, so on the buyer agent side, they get paid on the deal, right?
Yeah. So
on the assistant side, you say, just go down the hall to Pete's office, knock on his door. You go to Mary's office, knock on her door, and say, listen, you guys are selling like 1 house a month. I'm selling 1 house a month. Let's pool together and get an assistant 4 hours a day. All 3 of us. Wow. I'll pay $500 a month. You pay $500 a month. You pay $500 a month. And they'll come from 9 to 1 every day and work our 3 pendings. Pen to close, the 3 of us.
That's good advice.
But here's the mistake they make. Well, we hired part-time when they come in Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. Who's the assistant on Tuesday and Thursday?
Don't
do that.
Yeah, don't do that.
But then, so you can start at $500 a month.
That's pretty cheap.
That's good advice.
If you're selling
Drink your coffee at home and you'll afford it.
Boom. All right. We're going to drink. We're going to spend some money on the coffee.
All right, you got any final questions for Ren as we sign off here?
Mindset. What does it take to be a successful? What do you think is a successful?
Your only friend should be people that think big and positive, and you just have to go around and meet them and make them daily accountability partners, where you talk to them 2 minutes before, 2 minutes after your morning
lead gen.
Surround yourself with people better than you.
Lead gen. Yeah. Well, mindset, positivity, consistency. If they're doing it, you'll do it for other people before you'll do it for yourself. Think about it. Going to the gym, right? You're going to the gym. I don't know anything about going to the gym. But then somebody's standing there waiting for you. You'll show up for other people before you show up for yourself. That's just normal. That's just the way we're wired as humans. So, accountability. So get that person every day.
Accountability.
Every day.
Number 1.
Accountability. Be accountable, guys. All right, Ren. Hey, thanks so much for taking the time.
Back to the Nolans party down. We're here live in New Orleans.
Ren
at the Keller Williams family reunion. Enjoying a lot of great top agents.
Tell them about your show.
Oh,
I love that show.
If you go to Vulcan, go to YouTube and type in Vulcan with the number 7, Vulcan 7. There's 60-some shows. We only interview agents taking 2, 3, or 4 listings a week. A week. That's all we interview.
That's it.
Jeez.
They break down their day.
All right, Ren. Thanks so much.
Thank you so much.
Thanks for that. That was great. Back to the show.
Back to the show. Bye, guys. Make sure you subscribe to Vulcan 7. Say DNA Realty Group sent you.
Yeah, do that.
Bye.